Greetings, roller coaster fanatics, and welcome out to a Coaster Predictions. It has been a while, but we are back, and let's get on schedule with the next group of parks that we're going to talk about. And we did Cedar Fair. Now let's move on to Six Flags. And so usually Six Flags, I don't know if Jim Reed Anderson is going to still be doing it, but usually they post out a video around the last week of August or the first week of September, around that general area. And they basically announce every single attraction that's coming to the Six Flags park, because they have this rule where there always has to be some type of new attraction coming to each Six Flags park, including Great Escape too, which is, you know, insane. But we're gonna pass that for now. So anyway, usually they'll put out 2 to 3 roller coasters per year. So now that's what we're going to get into with, I think there are going to be 3 Six Flags parks to get a roller coaster. So let's jump right in with a coaster predictions for Six Flags Over Texas. So Six Flags Over Texas is actually really due for a roller coaster. Any Six Flags park that you can think of besides Great Escape that is due for a roller coaster, this is usually the first one to come up. It hasn't gotten a roller coaster since the new Texas Giant refurbishment, which was at 2011. And it wasn't even a brand new roller coaster that came in even beyond that. I don't even know when the last time they got it. I think it was Pandemonium to be exact. But it has been a while since the last roller coaster, so they're definitely due for one. But before we get into this, of course, we have to look at what they have first, so we can see where can we fill in gaps for what roller coasters need to go in. So for starters, they are really lacking B&M roller coasters. They only have one, and it's a B&M Invert Batman the Ride clone. Batman the Ride, of course. And then they have a Premier Rides launch roller coaster, Mr. Freeze Reverse Blast. They have a Gallo Vanilla Hyper roller coaster. It's B&M track, but it's a Gallo Vanilla Hyper roller coaster. It's called Titan. They have a Anton Schwarzkopf custom looping roller coaster, which is Shockwave. They have some family roller coasters like Mini Mine Train and Runaway Mine Train. They have a bobsled, an Intamin bobsled, La Vibora. They have a classic Woody called Judge Roy Scream. And that's about it, I'm guessing. There's probably more. I know they have a spinning coaster, Pandemonium. Overall, their lineup is pretty good. And let's not forget, actually, I'm forgetting the main flagship roller coaster, the new Texas Giant RMC roller coaster steel hybrid. It was formerly Texas Giant. It was wooden coaster. Now it is it was the first ever RMC roller coaster and the first ever RMC steel hybrid. Overall, Six Flags Over Texas has, I think, about 11 to 12 roller coasters, which is actually pretty good. But they definitely need to work on their lineup. They haven't gotten a roller coaster in a while, so let's see what they could add. Knowing Six Flags, it's kind of easy to see. So anyway, let's get started. The first thing that I can see, we're going to start with the very unlikely and move our way up the list. But we're going to start with the very unlikely, and that, of course, is B&M in general. Six Flags just has that budget of $20 million, and when was the last time we saw B&M under $20 million? It is actually very rare. No, seeing all the B&Ms now, which are 25 to 26 million, there's no way Six Flags is going to be doing that. And besides, when was the last time Six Flags even installed a B&M roller coaster? It was 2012 X-Fly, which is a B&M wing, which is just $2 million under 20. So it was $18 million, and that pretty good for a B&M wing coaster. But to be honest, I really just don't see a B&M roller coaster coming to Six Flags. The next thing that is not really likely is anything RMC related, actually. This is surprising, because what has been going on is that RMC is not really doing anything with Six Flags this year. I think maybe one roller coaster will be coming to a Six Flags park. It's just my guess. I really have no idea. But to be honest, I really don't see right now. There's not really any affair going on with Six Flags and RMC at this moment. So I really don't see an RMC treatment. You can't really even get an RMC treatment. What I'm talking about, this is Six Flags Over Texas. They already have one. And even a lot of other people have been saying, and I said this too in the last coaster predictions for 2016, is that they'll get an RMC Woody. Would be cool to see the first ever park with more than one RMC, but I just don't see it possible. There just is no way that I see a RMC coming to any Six Flags park except for one, and we'll talk about later in the next coaster predictions, because that'll be the next park I'll be doing a coaster prediction for. But yeah, that's basically it. The next one could be GCI, but when was the last time we saw a GCI come to a Six Flags park? 2011 with what is now called Apocalypse at Six Flags Magic Mountain. So it has been a while since the last GCI. To be honest, I really don't see any wooden coasters coming to Six Flags parks in a while. And Six Flags Over Texas, unfortunately, will not get a wooden roller coaster. They do need one since they only have one, and it's just a classic, small, not really outstanding wooden roller coaster. So they definitely need one, but it's just something that I do not see happening at Six Flags Over Texas. One thing that could be possible is a Premier Rides roller coaster. I don't primarily think a launch roller coaster, because of course they already have a Premier Rides launched roller coaster, but it'd be really nice to see something that Premier Rides can do that's not launched. You know, they could still, because remember, there's still this thing called a chain lift. Now, I don't think there's a Premier Rides coaster out there actually that has a chain lift, so it'd be really nice to see if Premier Rides can make a really good roller coaster with just a chain lift. It is something that I think Six Flags might be able to do, because it is kind of pushing that boundaries of what can Premier Rides actually do, and it'd be really cool. Another thing I see possible is maybe there could be a launch roller coaster. They only have one, and that is, of course, Mr. Freeze Reverse Blast. But maybe they can add another launched roller coaster. How about an Intamin Blitz? Now, yes, I've been saying that for a long time. I've been thinking that Six Flags parks will get Intamin Blitz. I still think it's possible because the fact that they're still aligned with Intamin. Yes, it's been a while since the last time they built anything by Intamin. It was Zoom and Jarl Drop of Doom back in 2014. Now, for me anyway, I will officially say that they're no longer with Intamin if I don't see any coaster, any ride that is being manufactured from Intamin going to Six Flags Park this year. I would officially say, oh, they are no longer aligned with Intamin, which would be really sad. But I still have my hopes up that maybe Six Flags might put in an Intamin Blitz. These coasters are just so awesome, and they're very rare. I think there's only two in the United States. That's Cheetah Hunt and Maverick, of course. And they're really good rides. I mean, Maverick, just in general, is arguably the best roller coaster at Cedar Point, up there with Millennium Force. So, I mean, it would be amazing to see a Six Flags park install one of these, but the chances are actually very slim. I think the main thing that I really see coming to the Six Flags park is an S&S 4D Free Fly roller coaster. Now, there's a lot of mixed reviews on these roller coasters, but overall the general public seems to actually like it, and the fact that they just put one at Fiesta Texas and at Great Adventure, so I'm guessing the next one will actually be Over Texas. I know they're planning on installing more of these, so my next bet would be Six Flags Over Texas to get the RMC S&S 4D Free Fly roller coaster. So thank you all for watching these coaster predictions. Hopefully you kind of agree with me. If there's any roller coaster that you think I missed that might actually go to Six Flags Park, put it down in the comments below. And thank you all for watching. Make sure to check out any other coaster predictions. And if there's a park that you think will get a roller coaster next year, put it down in the section below and I will feature it as a coaster prediction video. Thank you all for watching. And as always, roller coaster fanatics, keep coasting.